Financial Express. Be fiscally prudent, PM tells states. Adding a schism between the central government and opposition parties, PM Narendra Modi on Saturday nudged states to work closely with the center to make India a developed nation by 2047 through long-term planning, coordinated infrastructure development, and observing fiscal discipline. Niti Aayog, Finance Minister, all ministries and states will be working towards certain goals to make India a developed nation. Niti Aayog CEO BVR Subramaniam said after the Niti Aayog Governing Council meeting. The 8th meeting of the council chaired by Modi was attended by chief ministers and lieutenant governors of 19 states and 6 UTs, while 11 state CMs, including from West Bengal and Bihar, skipped the meet. Sun Pharma seeks to fully acquire Taro Pharma. Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries, the world's fourth largest specialty generic pharmaceuticals firm, has proposed to acquire all the remaining shares in Israel-based Taro Pharmaceuticals industry through a reverse triangular merger. The company intends to acquire all the shares it currently does not own at $38 per share in an all-cash deal. At present, Sun Pharma owns 78.48% stake in Taro. Based on rough calculation, the remaining nearly 22% stake in Taro Pharma will be priced at about $315 million. In a letter issued to Taro's board, the Indian pharma major has proposed a non-binding interest to acquire the remaining shares. Following the completion of the deal, Taro, which will be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, will become a wholly owned subsidiary, Sun Pharma said in a stock exchange update. The purchase price represents a 31.2% premium over Taro's closing price on May 25, a 41.5% premium over Taro's average closing price in the last 60 days, it said. Minted in memory. The inauguration of a new parliament building on Sunday will be marked by the release of a special 75 rupee commemorative coin. The practice of releasing coins is nothing new, and while these are not legal tender, they serve as good collector's items. Take a look at some notable ones launched since independence. Mid-size sedans not racy enough for Tata Motors. The financial year 23 sales of mid-size sedans might have grown 27.6% from 86,001 unit in financial year 22 to 109,754 units in financial year 23. But the country's third largest car maker Tata Motors won't enter the segment, a top company official told FE. Shailesh Chandra, Managing Director, Tata Motors Passenger Vehicle and Tata Passenger Electric Mobility, told FE that Tata Motors has one sedan in its portfolio, the sub-4 meter Tigor, and it will focus on that in addition to SUVs. We are not thinking of getting into the mid-size sedan segment. We have seen that new model launches push sales, but only to a point. Overall, the market share of sedan has remained range-bound in the past few years, about 10% of the passenger vehicle industries, Chandra said. Of that 10%, about 70% is made up of by sub-4 meter sedans, where we are present. He added that global and long-term trend is towards SUVs, which have inherent advantages such as command seating position, high ground clearance, feel of a big car, reasons enough for Tata Motors to focus on them. Launching new cars is capital-intensive process, and we need to play in segments where there is less risk and which are growing. We have experimented with the Punch, a micro SUV, and it attracted a lot of customers from both sedan and hatchback cars. Similarly, the Nexon SUV has attracted a lot of sales from the sedan segment, he said. A source told FE that around 2019-20, Tata Motors was planning to develop a mid-size sedan based on the Altro's premium hatchback, but the plan didn't move beyond the discussion stage. The sales share of mid-size sedan has been falling from 6.9% in financial year 17 to 6.7 in FY18, 5.6 in FY19, 3.9 in FY20, 2.8 in FY21 and 2.8 in FY22, he said. Tourists looking northeast this summer. The recent violence in Manipur may have cast a temporary shadow over the region, but it doesn't undermine Northeast India's rise as popular destination for tourists, while government figures show a record-breaking tourist footfall of 1 lakh tourist guests and over 11.8 million domestic visitors in the past 1 year. Travel firms too are witnessing a surge in demand. Travelers are keen to escape the summer sun, and hill station and cooler climes make for an ideal gateway. The northeastern hill stations of North Bengal are attracting more Indians owing to cooler and pleasant temperature, dense forests, and ancient monasteries, snow-capped mountains, pristine valleys, glistening lakes, and cascading waterfalls, said Daniel De Souza, President and Country Head, Leisure SOTC Travel, adding that the travel and tourism firm has been witnessing a surge of about 30% in demand compared to pre-academic times. Thomas Cook too has witnessed 21% growth compared to last 3 and 30% vis-a-vis pre-pandemic levels.